Well, it's a nice day here in Michigan. I just got back from the grocery store, and as I was walking through my garden, I noticed that my Cardinal Flower still had some stalks standing. I do leave them usually all the spent blooms of my plants for the birds to eat the seed if they want and whatnot. But I saw they're still standing, and I decided maybe I'm going to try and collect some seed from them. Now the Cardinal Flower is notoriously hard to grow from seed, but I figured I'm going to give it a try. And so as I was gathering up the seeds out of it, I thought maybe this would make a good how-to video, because it's kind of hard to decipher the seed from the chaff once you kind of crumble up the flower. The seeds are so tiny, but they are round, and so there is a way to kind of separate them out pretty easily, and I'll show you how to do it. So check it out. All right, so these are the little spent flowers and seed pods that are left on the Cardinal Flower at the end of the season. This is a red Cardinal Flower. It's got the green foliage. This isn't the kind of Cardinal Flower you typically see like next to ponds and stuff like that. But very, very attractive to the hummingbirds and the pollinators and stuff. But as you can see, there is still a lot of like remains of the spent flowers and everything on here. And the seed pod is the kind of the bulby base you see there. And it does get hard to determine what's the seeds and what's the chaff after you crumble these up. And so I'm going to show you the easiest way to do this here. Okay, so what you're going to want to start with, take one of the stalks with the little flower pods on it, the little seed pods on it, and hold it over the plate or whatever you're going to collect the seeds on, and kind of pull it off of its little stem over what you're collecting it on, because it's going to drop some seeds immediately as soon as you do that. And then just kind of rub the pod in between your fingers. I try not to let any more pieces of the chaff land on the plate than necessary, the large pieces. And I don't really worry about getting every single seed out of these, because otherwise it's going to leave a bunch of debris on the plate, and it's going to make it harder to get the seeds out. So I just do that with each pod. I do a few of them at a time, kind of pull it off there, separate it from the little stem, and then pull the little flower end off as well. You can do that and get rid of that so that's not making a mess. And then just crack the little pod open and shake the seeds out of it. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but probably about half of what you see there is actual seeds coming out of this. And you can get rid of the obvious large pieces of the chaff as well while you're at it. Then just go through each pod individually. Like I said, hold it over the collection plate or whatever you're going to collect on when you pull the pod off of the stem, because it's going to immediately drop some of the seeds on there as soon as you do that. And then get rid of the flower end. And then just take the little pod, kind of crack it open. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but there's just seeds falling everywhere every time I do this. So now you got your seeds, and you got a little seeds on here, and you got a little bit of a mess on here as well, some non-seed material. And so all you're going to do is take it, see if I can do this reverse here, but just shake it, and you'll see all the seeds. They're very round, and so the seeds will all roll to one end of the plate. And then this debris here, there's some seeds mixed in with it, so I just kind of push it up the plate while I hold the plate down on an angle. Push it back to the top of the plate and give it a shake. And then more seeds will roll downhill into your little pile there. Just keep doing that until you're not seeing any seeds rolling downhill. And that's pretty much it. And I just keep doing this over and over. And so you can see I got a little pile there. There's probably couple hundred seeds really right there. I mean, they're so tiny. There's quite a bit in there, but I do have quite a bit already collected. And then this part of the chaff, I just go ahead and I kind of scrape it to one end, and I just discard that and then save the seeds. So that's it really. So just to give you an idea, this is the seeds I collected from about 10 of those pods. It doesn't look like much probably from the video, but there are thousands of seeds there. It's like a little pile of cinnamon sitting there. But I mean, there are just thousands of seeds in this little spot. So that's what they look like when you collect them after about 10 pods. So you're not going to get a big bag full of these things. All right, so as you saw, collecting the seeds isn't very difficult. Now, growing them is supposed to be the hard part. So I'm going to plant some of these seeds, and then I'll follow up later in another video with the progress. but I did do a little reading, and it says that the seeds need light to germinate and they need to be kept moist. So I'm going to try out here. The one video I did see about this, the lady kind of just scattered them on a tray, and so that's what I'm going to do. I have just this little tray. I have some seed starting mix. This is like a burpee, you know, it's mostly like cocoa coir, however you say it, coir, anyhow. And a little bit of perlite mixed in. So I'm going to dampen this up. I'm going to scatter the seeds on top here, and we'll see what I get out of this after some germination time goes by here. And basically, so I'm just going to dampen it up a little. I'm going to scatter some of the seeds. I got mine collected in this little packet, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them around a little bit here. And from what I read on some site that sells these seeds, people were having pretty good success with the germination rate. So I hope that's a good sign. I want to put quite a bit on here because, you know, these seeds were free. So and just another note here is the seed site you want to do, if you were to buy these seeds, you're supposed to do that stratification process where you put them in a refrigerator for 60 days. But I just brought these in the house from, it's winter out, and they've been outside for 2 months now in the middle of winter. So I'm going to try and skip that step. Hopefully it doesn't make much of a difference. Give these another little spray because it doesn't feel very damp on there. And I'm going to put these in just a plastic baggie and kind of let them steep in the humidity a little bit and see what I get here. So there's my humidity dome. I do this with a lot of different plants. Seems to work really well. No sense paying money for things that you don't need. So I'm just going to pop these in here and get this in the baggie if I can here. So here's my humidity dome. Nice big Ziploc bag. I'm just going to pop them in there and seal it up with a little bit of air here. I am going to put a little tag on it here so I remember what this is, because I got a million things growing here. It'll also help prop the lid up a little bit. Just seal it in this baggie. And then I'm going to put it under some lights. I have a little hydroponic system going. I'm going to kind of stick it under there. So there's my Cardinal Flowers seeds planted, and I hope I have some luck. So check back. I'll be sure and post any success that I have, or I'll post the failure too. But be sure and hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see the follow-up video, and share this with your friends if you enjoyed it. All right, thanks. Have a good day.